So who are the Forerunners? Well, the Forerunners are an ancient civilization of beings created by the Precursors, alongside humanity and every other life in our galaxy. They were blessed with near god-tier intelligence and strength. And for a millennia, the Forerunners controlled over 3 million fertile worlds across the Milky Way galaxy under their empire, also known as the Forerunner ecumene. The Forerunner worlds would master many arts and sciences at the feet of the Precursors, the creators of all life in the galaxy, of course. Now, they served as their assistants and adjustants, while the strange workings of their minds and artifacts even eluded the most keen Forerunner intellects. Now, as their interstellar civilization developed, the Forerunners came to believe that they would be judged worthy of the inheritors of the Precursors' mantle of guardianship of all life, more so known as the Mantle of Responsibility. Now, the Forerunners discovered and claimed the mantle as their own. The Precursors did not approve of this and made the decision to strip the Forerunners of the mantle, wipe out the Forerunners, and pass down the mantle to humans instead. Now, the Forerunners didn't like that. They responded by overthrowing their godly creators, exterminating most of them in retaliation. Now, around 107,445 BCE, the Forerunners went to war with humanity's interstellar empire. This was in response to a perceived invasion of worlds where the Forerunners had relocated other species. Now, the Forerunners perceived humanity's actions to be a threat to the principles of the mantle, and therefore waged decisive war against humans, subjugating every human-controlled world and wiping them clean of all traces of human civilization. Now, as punishment, humanity was stripped of its empire and technology and was exiled to its homeworld and sent back to the Stone Age. However, ancient humanity didn't attack these worlds because of resentment. No, they uncovered a dark horror, one which they could not contain. This was the Flood. Eventually, they had been pushed beyond the edge of the galaxy, ostensibly by humanity's military efforts, and was not seen again for nearly 9 millennia. Now, the Forerunners would then send their attention to finding a solution to the Flood. The Didact suggested building shield worlds to protect those inside and force the Flood to starve on the outside, while those inside got to live peacefully. However, it was denied, so they could build giant super weapons to hopefully kill the Flood, the Halo Array. Now, roughly 9,000 years after their war with the humans, a Forerunner survey team on the planet Seaward came into contact with the Flood. After this first contact, the Forerunners immediately recognized the great danger that the Flood posed to the entire galaxy and attempted to contain them. They failed. They did not declare war until it was far too late. Using their extensive intelligence, they tried every possible option to defeat the Flood. The most effective was the Prometheans and Sentinels. Now, the Sentinels were cute little guys designed to fly above the parasite, avoiding destruction and encouraging quick reaction times. They came in many different sizes and also had many other jobs like repairing Forerunner structures. Now, the main feature was their superheated laser beam that would melt the biological masses that the Flood are made of. Then there's the Prometheans. Now, these horrific assholes were created using the digital reconstruction of living souls, most commonly human beings. Now, the Didact believed that there was something special about humans that prevented their infection, and he wanted to use that to create the ultimate soldiers. Hell, the Didact even composed his own warrior servants to attempt to kill all the Flood. Now, although it was working better than the Forerunners fighting the war themselves, it didn't work well enough. It hardly even slowed the Flood. Now, because of all this, when discussing a solution to the infection, the most powerful, intelligent, advanced, and strongest species in the galaxy had only one solution that could work. And that was starve them to death. The Halo Ray, as mentioned before, was built to kill all living beings in the galaxy that had a nervous system, and in doing so, it would force the Flood to starve. And in doing so, the Forerunners, the most powerful species in the galaxy, had been successful in killing all life in the galaxy, just to hope the Flood would also starve so they could reseed the galaxy of life and start anew. Now, in the years afterwards, the remaining Forerunners stayed in the galaxy to ensure a smooth transition into reseeding of the galaxy. It was then when they discovered the Xalanen, or also known as the Endless, who survived the firing of the Halo Ray. Now, with their plan to pass on the mantle to humanity in jeopardy, they had to imprison them on Installation 07. And after the reseeding efforts began, the Forerunners went to their old capital of Maithrillion to repair the domain. After they were successful, they subsequently exiled themselves. Now, they left the galaxy with a plan to spread their numbers thin and eventually die out in time. Now, much later in the Halo universe, the Didact had returned, which you would learn if you played and enjoyed Halo 4. Now, I do want to thank you all for watching this video. I do want to thank you all for coming by to listen to a bit of Halo lore. I love Halo lore. It's my favorite thing in the world. It's been a while since I posted on my YouTube. It's been 5 months, actually, and I'm going to be honest, I was going to post some videos like 3 months ago, something like that, after seeing that my video on Spartan booties had gotten pretty good traction, but I just didn't because making videos takes a little while, and I just didn't have the time. And I've been overwhelmed with stress, with school, with work, and with life overall. So I really haven't been in the proper mindset to do this. But I've gotten the mood now, and I want to thank you guys so much for 2,000 followers. I remember before that video, I was near like a few hundred. Now I'm at 2,000 followers. So I want to thank you all so very much for following me. I want to thank you all so very much for the support. And please leave a comment down below what you'd like to know about next. If you want Halo lore, want Halo commentary, some Halo theory, want something I can talk about, please let me know. I love to talk about things. Anyways, it's your boy 107, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like, subscribe, check out my TikTok link in the bio. Peace.